Hello, this is Nicole Burkholzer with Mindful Connections Sunday Inspiration. Today I'm going to talk about the second step on the Mindful Connections wheel. Last time I talked about being present, which is step number 1. And step number 2 is gather information. We as human beings are information sponges. And for the most part, I believe we take information in through our mind. It's very easy for us to gather information and then, kind of analyze them, review them, and, draw conclusions based on it, take actions, and then, move on into the world. What we often forget is to utilize our body to help us gather information. Because if we only use our mind, we usually come from a very cerebral, obviously, and more intellectual level. We look at knowledge rather than knowing, which is our body. And if we include our body in the gathering of information, we have just an additional tool. So for example, if I decide, I would love to give a talk at this rescue, and they have like the most amazing fanship, and they have really great programs, and they're kind of right in the neighborhood. And I approach them and I walk in there and I say, hey, wow, I would love to meet you guys. And every part of my body goes, oh, this just doesn't feel right. Though everything in my mind says, man, on paper they look so good. My body says, I will listen to my body and not conduct business or connect with those people or that particular association, because my body knows. It's a gut feeling, and I know. Now, there's a third resource we have. That's called our intuition. And that is the kind of resource I feel like we need to open ourselves up to. So when I think about intuition, it's not like, oh, let me tune in and see. It's almost like there's a step before that where I go, let me invite my intuition to show up and let me be present enough to hear, see, or feel what my intuition tells me. And so when I tune into my intuition, it might be like where I go, I'm hearing you. I'm curious. I want to know, where should I go next? And I might just all of a sudden get a newsletter from a rescue I never heard of. Somebody next town over will mention that particular rescue and tell me a great story about it, and I'll be like, well, wait a second, that's already 2 for 1. And then I might even get some kind of insight later where I go like, wow, this is now signals telling me intuitively this is where I need to go next. And so I encourage you for this week to allow your mind a little rest. Start gathering more information with your body. What does your body know that your mind might not be aware of until you pay attention? And invite your intuition. Say like, you know what, here's a situation I'd like more clarity on. Intuition, inner wisdom, fill me in. And see what happens. And we'll catch up next week.